this beautiful little cortado I just made one-handed. Notice that I have run into a problem ever since I graduated where I've met with so much free time, but I don't know what to do with that free time. And it's like, I know I should be doing something. I can't seem to be doing anything. I recently just finished, I enrolled myself into a few more courses, and I found while I was doing those courses, I was a lot more productive. And it's just kind of like this weird, unproductive, productive procrastination that when I have to do something, so if it's like a school assignment or if it's in work or my own like personal life, my brain is buzzing with ideas and stuff that I want to do. Like I'll go paint a 6-foot canvas again. But when I actually have the time that's appropriate for a 6-foot canvas, my brain's empty. There's nothing to be found. This whole experience kind of led me to alternative ways to kind of keep my mind going, so I can experience the same kind of inspiration and, you know, creativity entering my head, but in a lot less stressful of an environment. So these are some ways that help me feel more creative and help me feel more productive when I'm feeling unproductive. One of the ways that I like to do this is through reading. Right now, I'm reading Notes from a Dead House by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I got introduced to this book, or just the author in general, through this theater company that's local to me. And they do little plays on different pieces of literature. This was once mentioned. So it's the third book that I've read from him, and I'm about a little more, focus. I'm a little more than halfway through. I'm actually on page 162, if you wanted to know. And what I like about reading so much is that it's a form of art that I can consume that's not visual. So, you know, in order to understand what I'm reading, I have to use my imagination, and I have to really think about what's going on. I have to pay attention, and I have to visualize everything. And I found that activating my imagination that way helps me to activate my imagination in other parts of my life. I'm using my imagination like a muscle, and the books are my gym. That was really cheesy. Being exposed to so many stories and, you know, like descriptive words, I find that it's honestly helped me write better artist statements and explain my paintings much better, because I'm able to kind of explain it like a story. I don't know, it's been helping me read. Another thing that I do, I have to take out my supplies, is using my sketchbook and drawing. I have so many things to draw with. It is years and years and years of collecting. Drawing every day has been super important to me because I'm able to practice things like my line weight and different color choices and different composition choices. So sometimes I'll just doodle. I'll literally just doodle, or I'll experiment with some fun colors. And almost all my paintings start like this, where it's just playing around. I'm not saying every doodle's gonna turn into a painting, but you know what? Most of them might, at least in my experience. And this kind of work, I feel like, just gets me inspired. There has to be a word for it, but it's like, if I make lines like this, I can kind of imagine it like I'm cloud watching, and I can see if I can see shapes within it and make up my own thing, if that makes sense. I think just the most important part of it is to keep drawing. It's also, I find too, it's like if I don't draw for a while, even if it's not like a successful drawing, I feel rusty. So I don't want to feel rusty. The best thing about sketching and like preliminary work towards drawing is that no one has to see it. And if you're doing all this kind of silly looking work to make really good work and work that you're proud of at the very end, then all that doesn't matter. Maybe I need to post more. So I would consider myself, not even consider, I am an oil painter. I work mostly in oils, and I find a lot of time, sometimes it's hard to work in oils, especially if your place isn't like fully set up, or if I'm ever on vacation, or if I'm just not in my typical like studio setting. I find transferring this creative energy to be really helpful. I say I really like cooking, and that egg crack was awful. What I really enjoy about cooking is that I'm able to follow a recipe and I'm able to just get into someone else's creative world. And it's something that I don't know too much about compared to painting. So it feels very refreshing. I find that just making time for myself and doing creative things, even if it's not like my typical realm of making, helps me feel better, helps me feel like I'm doing something productive and it's creative, and I find overall everything's so connected. It inspires me for other projects and other things. But yeah, reading, doodling, or drawing, I don't mean to undermine sketching, and cooking all help me kind of get out of this creative block that I was talking about earlier. That's all from me. I'm gonna eat this now. Oh my gosh, it's good. Okay, bye.